Okay, I'm on Fenwick Drive with Dick Gorham. Dick, how you doing today?
Good, good, thanks.
Okay, I came here today to help Dick insulate his grinder pump. Dick had it freeze up this last winter.
Yep.
And Dick, you had this pump for almost 20 years, right?
Yes, yeah.
But you never had a freeze up.
Never had a freeze up. Last January was the first one.
What happened?
We came home from vacation. We were away for about a week.
Yep.
And when we came home at night, and then we didn't use the facilities that much. And the next day, when we actually used them, the alarm went off.
Yeah.
And we called to report a problem with it.
So you came home at night?
Yes.
Didn't use any water, but then used it the following morning. And that's when the alarm went off.
That's when the alarm went off, and we knew that there was a problem. And they came out. That was a Saturday morning, and they came.
Yep.
And informed us, yes, that it had frozen. They put a bulb in there and warmed it up.
Yeah.
And that seemed to do the trick. And when the pump came on,
yes,
they said that there was a noise from it. The pump had probably burned out because it had been running while it was frozen.
Okay.
And it wasn't pumping any water.
Yeah.
So they had to replace the pump.
Now, when the alarm went off in the morning when you tried using water, was the pump making a loud noise?
No, actually, it wasn't making any noise at all at the time.
Oh, okay.
It didn't. At least I didn't hear it. And, and I came out and I shut the alarm off and made the call right away, and they came out and repaired it right away.
Now, was there snow on the ground?
No, there was none.
There was no snow on the ground?
No, this was like January 22nd, somewhere around there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, 2 days after they replaced it, that was the first big snowstorm we had with about 2.5 feet of snow.
Oh.
And from that point on, it snowed forever.
Oh.
But yeah, there was no snow on the ground.
Oh, no snow on the ground. Okay.
And it had been very, very cold too. Prior to that
okay.
time in January.
Okay. Now, one of the things that I check for is to see how high off the ground the grinder pump is. And your ground burial line is right over here. Now, yours, you can see it's only about 1 inch higher than the ground burial line. This is what I would call a perfectly fine installation. In other words, this grinder pump is not too high. So, this is the first example of the freeze-ups that I've gone to where the pump was in at the proper depth and it still froze. And this just goes to show you that if you are away from your house and it's cold enough, even if your pump is installed to the proper depth, it can still freeze. And it's just about being away from your house at the wrong time of the winter, that's all. And okay, so Dick has got, in packing peanuts is what he's used. He's got some at Staples, and you got some at UPS. Is that what it was?
Yes, UPS.
And Dick told me that his total investment was about $12 or $17.
Yeah, about $17.
Okay,
yeah.
Exactly. Because he went out and he bought this material. You can also save up packing material. I've been saving stuff up for the year, and I'm going to do mine in a couple weeks. So he's actually triple bagged this, and that's because we've noticed that the bag has a tendency to tear on the hooks when you put them in. Dick, here, can you hold the camera now?
Yep.
Just point it. Actually, let's see. Point it this way.
All right, great.
There we go. Good. And I'm just going to add the zip tie to the top of this. We just want to keep water out of here. Keep it dry. That'll make it insulate better. And now we're just going to try to slide this into the cavity. And in this case, we put a little bit of tape on this hook. The hook is what catches the bag when you put it in. And just to try to keep it from tearing, you put some of that on it. But the other thing is, when you put the bag in, if you just put it in carefully, and slowly, you probably won't have any problem. And you probably could avoid tearing it on the hook if you were just really careful. And we're not in any hurry here, so we should be able to put this in without too much trouble. We didn't do a practice run on putting this in. Dick's pump well is not as deep as some of the other ones. I don't want to bump into his electrical cord or the equalizer, so I'm just putting it nice and slow. Now this bag really fills up his space really good.
Good.
I'm going to say, we've put the bag on the side where the gooseneck is. That's the pipe that has a tendency to freeze. And we're not putting it up against the other side which is where his overflow pipe is and where his electrical cable is. So this looks really good because he's got 3 solid feet of insulation, and it's actually filling up really well against the side of his wall. You want to make sure you get as big a bag as you can, because the 40-gallon bag, which is what this outer bag is great. A 50-gallon bag would also be great. The bags that are lower than that, like the 30-gallon bags, I don't think they give you a large enough diameter to fill your cavity very well. But this one is a really good job. Let's take a look at the gasket over here. The gasket, I did notice once again, I see this a lot. There's a little mark there where this piece of wire was actually trapped on the gasket. That's the previous people who have been taking this on and off just haven't been careful to check to make sure that the gasket is going on without any obstructions. And his gasket looks in good shape. So anyway, we just cleaned it off, that's all. And then we'll just put the top back on. And I'm going to say, Dick, that you're never going to have another freeze up here again. Okay?
I'm with you all the way.
Okay, great.
I hope that's true.
Okay, good. Okay, thanks a lot.
Oh, great. Thank you very much.
Okay, bye.